Alright guys, today we'll be doing something a little bit different. We've actually got comment. Realize how I didn't put an S in there? Just a comment! And we're gonna talk about it. Today, we actually have one of our viewers and it's by Barnby OU. I'm not sure if that's his real name, but that's his YouTube
It's not
name.
a fake account, is it?
I don't know, but he had a face.
Okay.
So in millennial terms, I think it's a real account. As real as it gets.
That's his name, Bao Yu.
Barnby. Barnby OU.
Like Bambi.
Yeah, like Bambi but barn.
Okay.
So Barnby Boyu says, "Hey, I love your content. I want to ask, is there any investing or financial advice to your 20-year-old viewers?" I'm still in my 20s, guys, so... Julian, you want to start?
Wow, that's such a huge question. I don't know, it's too wide.
It's way too wide, I feel.
Yeah, because when you want to give financial advice to somebody, you at least need to know what their background is so that you don't give the wrong advice. Because there is no one-size-fits-all advice.
Okay, maybe how about this? I'm currently, how old am I? I'm 27 years old this year, right? Yeah, 27-year-old this year. So,
you needed confirmation for
just
that.
in case.
You're getting old. God, you're a baby.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Anyway.
So I was 20 years old 7 years ago, right? If I were to give myself an advice back then, when I was 20, I was still in uni, I guess. I wasn't earning any money. I was just studying it every day, going to classes. If my mom's watching this, okay, my wife just gave me the finger. I wasn't going for classes, by the way.
Were you guys attending the same higher learning institution?
No.
Same
She
college?
just
No,
Okay.
she just knows. She just knows I don't study much.
She reads your mind.
Yeah. I don't recall doing any sort of investment, but if I would have knew better, I would have used my parents' money to go into some MLM business, I guess.
So that's a simple one. Avoid MLM.
Yeah, avoid MLM stuff, like do it but don't do too many.
Yeah.
Don't do it at all.
Wait, were you selling stuff under MLM?
Yes, I was selling stuff under MLM.
Okay, that's different though.
Yeah, at some
that
point
was a
it
job.
was some education item, like online education stuff. It actually did pretty well, and as in we actually made my capital and some.
You made some money out of it.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
I
your
bought my
advice.
PlayStation 3 out of it. So
Your what?
I bought my PlayStation 3 out of it.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good investment.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I was doing alright, you know?
So is that your advice? Get into
so
an MLM.
my advice is do it, but not too many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many exactly are we talking about here?
1 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, I would think that do the ones that requires your own strength, right? If it rides fully on your own strength, like if you are able to go out there, sell, be a little bit tick-faced, earn some money out of it, and it's a physical product that you can sell, and you think you can sell, I think it's alright to go for it.
I think that advice can be applied to any situation in life itself. Yeah.
Even a face, you could sell this face.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Harith, you were 20 not too long ago.
Yeah, not much longer than you. I'm on this side.
I'm feeling
of
very
the-
left
of the
out.
fence.
No, Jules, you know that you are more 20-year-old than any of us, okay?
I don't think so.
You drink ice water, you wear a cap, you wear a nicer t-shirt than any of us do.
By the way, Harith only drinks lukewarm water.
Yeah,
Yes,
which is
yes.
weird. Like I went ice water too, he went lukewarm water. Oh man.
Yeah,
I want a
we're
Fanta grape now. So what would you say was your financial profile at that time when you were 20, very different from what you are right now?
Yeah, well, completely different. I was a student. I was working part-time. Well, first of all, I have to say, because I'm the crypto guy, right? When I was 20 years old,
Self-proclaimed.
well, out of the three of us, when I was 20 years old, Bitcoin just went out for a couple of years. If I had bought some back then, I would probably be a millionaire by now.
Oh man.
If I didn't sell any or lose
In
it.
the words of Julian, hindsight is 2020.
Would you advise a 20-year-old to buy bitcoins today or any other cryptos?
Today.
Today, I would say yes, but make sure you understand how it works and what it does, and you're not just simply going on Luno and buying Bitcoin. So you know the technology.
No offense to Luno.
Luno's great, by the way.
I would buy from Luno, but understand how it works and understand that it's a technology. If you believe that it's a technology that will change the world in 10 years' time, then you buy a bit of it now.
So the principle to investing in a cryptocurrency is whether you or not you have faith in it and whether or not you understand it. But that's different from an advice as to whether one should go in or not.
Yeah, well, you understand how the technology works, and then if you believe in the project.
So what if I
and what it's
understand
doing-
it and it crashes?
Well,
You can still understand it and it crashes.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is still that risk, right? But
It's not up to you. That's
yeah,
why, yes.
but when you're 20 years old and you put into something that is highly risky, as long as you don't put in your whole life savings, you put in an amount that you can afford to lose,
Yeah.
Okay.
then even if you lose it, you still have 20, 30 years of work left to
When
kind
I
of
was 20, my
recover.
life savings was not a lot. Right? So it's the same. It's the same,
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
But to go kind of like take a step back again,
Yeah.
it's not so much what you invest in, but what you use your time, like how you invest your time.
Yeah.
So I would say that you get a lot of experience working and ideally start your own business. It doesn't have to be big. It can be, the stereotypical lemonade stand. But when you've started
In
your
Malaysia,
yeah, well, in
you
Malaysia,
gotta deal
maybe-
with rain, like right now.
Really, I know. Yeah, those plastic ice creams.
Yeah.
the
Or sell
kind of-
Fanta cream.
Yeah, Fanta grape
Actually,
works too.
I bumped into somebody else we know, Mahesh. You
Yeah,
guys know
Mahesh. Yeah, Mahesh is a friend of mine.
I saw him set up a coffee booth outside the park in Taman Tun, and it
Mhm.
was great. Because I got to catch up with him and
Oh.
have some good coffee because he's such a great barista.
Yeah. He makes great coffee and he's a great football goalkeeper, by the way.
Really?
I play futsal
Okay.
with him. It's great.
So the in thing now is either coffee, like hipster cafes or food trucks, right?
Yeah.
As long as you can afford to set up.
That's a lot of money, eh? Like,
But the idea is like you set up a small business, then you understand how businesses work, right?
Okay,
Like how
okay.
you make money, how you have to cover your expenses,
Mhm.
and then look at all these other projects or even MLMs.
Mhm.
You question like how are they making money? How are they
Okay.
paying for their expenses?
Okay.
You have a better sense of knowing whether this is something worth going into or not. You invest your time, learn how businesses work in any industry, and then put in a small amount that you can spare to go into projects that or businesses that you think will still be there in 10 years' time.
okay.
I think what both of you have raised are very good points because it's not necessarily about the financials. It's really about life, right? There is the financial life, and then there is life itself. And if you allow the financial life to overpower the life, then life becomes meaningless, right? So if you invest in stuff that really is about the future of your life as a 20-year-old, then I think that is so much more meaningful. And
Yeah.
I'm also a believer in the fact that finance is just another technicality. I mean, learning how to invest is a technicality of investing. You can if you so love it,
Mhm.
but if you loved, for example, making coffee,
Mhm.
if you loved cooking, if you love craft,
Mhm.
if you love learning about bitcoins, then why is that? I mean, why is that not more important than learning about finance, right?
Yeah, that's
Finance is just another technique. You can learn about MLMs, you can learn about selling insurance, you can
Yeah.
learn about cars,
Yeah.
and all those things can contribute to either your life or your financial life later, right? Why is there so much importance on believing that finance is the thing that will save your life for the future?
There's a lot of fintech companies out there, right? That's the new in thing, and you can look at a lot of these industries that are also growing. If you're 20 years old now, if you come in now before a lot of other people come in, you get the skills, you get the understanding, you get the network, and potentially buy into some of these projects. Equity crowdfunding. You are ahead of the game. In 10 years' time, once this industry has matured, you will be up there as someone who knows.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that as a 20-year-old, most of the average 20-year-olds would not have a lot of money to invest in. And so you really don't need to put a lot of effort into learning how to invest. And in fact, I wrote a post about this on my blog, right? You should just do what you love, because at the end of the day, that might result in the same thing as well. Because if you're good at what you do, that can translate into a very fulfilling career, and therefore maybe give you a lot of money, right? And at the same time fulfill you. But if you want to commit a life of sitting in front of a computer and slave to the chair and monitor stock prices and things like that, I mean, that's quite boring,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much so.
I mean, unless you find enjoyment.
Unless you enjoy it.
I love my life.
In which case, you might not have a life.
Okay, one last question. Julian, what were you doing when you were 20?
I'm
It's too long ago. I don't remember.
Oh,
what was I
come
doing?
on. We're
Actually,
both
I
curious
think
now.
I think I was just enjoying life. I wasn't paying too much attention to either investments or my studies. I was just hanging out with friends and enjoying life.
But
I was very poor. I think I was very, very poor.
Oh, really?
But I was enjoying myself.
Okay. Was there at any point that you realized that maybe when I was 20 I should have started something?
To be honest, no, actually.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. But I mean, fast forward back maybe to when I was 30, maybe I should have started in a business earlier. But that's just me, you know. I'm not saying that everyone else should own a business.
Okay.
Should start a business.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have anything mind-blowing to offer that.
No, which is fine. I mean, which is say, which you also remind us to also have fun along the way. I mean, you're 20. Just remember to have fun, but also learn to develop yourself, right? Pick up skills along the way, skills that will make you useful or even more employable in the future when you graduate also.
I guess it's the cliche of, when you're 20, get as much experience as possible, with it.
Any kind of experience.
Yeah, any kind of, yeah. So I hope we kind of answered your question, Mr. Barnby Boyu.
Barnby.
When I saw your question, I thought, wow, this is a really broad one. And that's why we decided to make like a whole segment out of it. I thought it was fun. But thank you so much for your question. If you have any more, if any of you have any more questions, feel free to just shoot them out. If we feel it's relevant to the video, we'll probably take it out and just talk about it. Check out Julian on his website,
verylongrun.com.
yeah, and Harith on
Twitter at FoundationHG.
Okay, cool. I think, yeah, thanks.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Goodbye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.